Hello everyone, this is Daryl. I work as a software developer, and in this video I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of TIS-100. Here we are going to be doing level 12, which is Sequence Reverser. So let's go ahead and get into it, give this a shot. So, sequences are zero terminated. Okay, so we got another one of these. Have a... Oh, this is interesting, stack memory node, but anyways. Read a sequence from in, reverse the sequence, and write the sequence to out. So this is the first time I'm seeing these stack memory modes, so I'm going to take a quick look back at the document that comes with this, and really quickly read what these are for again. I'm sure if they put them here, they're actually useful for doing this. Well, if it's a stack, then I would imagine, yeah, you could just, okay, push them all on and pop them off in the opposite order or something. Okay, so it looks like it's a basic implementation of a stack. So the easiest way to think of a stack, if you're unaware, is just to think of it as a stack of papers on a desk. Every time you add a new value to it, you're adding a new paper on top of the stack. And then when you remove values from the stack, you're removing from the top of the stack all the way to the bottom of the stack. So it's a first in, last out implementation. So the only thing is that it is going to be useful for being able to store all the values in the sequence, but then we still need to figure out how to reverse them, because I don't see in the manual a way for you to turn the stack into a queue and get the values in the opposite order. So let me think. Okay, so this one should be very simple actually. All we really need to do is use one of these stacks, because we're going to be getting all these values as inputs. We're going to be throwing all of these in a stack, and then we're going to remove them in opposite order and just output those. Let's just move up to ACC, JZ to EZ, or let's just do JNZ to NZ, JMP end. So basically, if it's not zero, we want to move ACC to right. Actually, we're going to want to do this in a little bit of a different order. Let's have that be JEZ. We're going to want that, but we're going to do, if it's not equal to 0, then move ACC right, and JMP end. If it is equal to 0, then just move 1, or it doesn't really matter, 0 down. The whole point to this is that if we got a 0, we're telling this node that we've reached the end of the sequence. One thing we need to do, though, we might need to implement something to ensure that this node isn't in the process of emptying. I don't want to be adding more if I'm emptying it. You're going to move a 0 down, and then you're going to move left to nil. So this is kind of my idea. So this is going to go down here. Move up ACC. Doesn't really, I can even move it to nil because it doesn't really matter. You're just triggering this. I think we want to pass that actually. Yeah. Okay, so move ACC right. So we actually I'm trying to pass the 0 in here. Actually, okay, so I remember the order of the way this works. So what we actually want to do, because then we'd just be putting it on the top of the stack. So we need to do a one-time thing. So the idea here is I want the stack to have a 0 all the way at the bottom. And I want this to detect when it picks up that last 0. So it can tell this one that it's done, and this can all continue. But the first time it can also push a 0 back. But the first time we need to push the 0 from here. So I'm going to do SWP JNZ to NZ. NZ is going to be here. But if BAK is 0, then you're going to move 0 right and move 0 to ACC and SWP 1. So only the first time this runs should it actually, then this is going to move up to nil. It's just going to accept it. And then it's gonna, or actually, why don't we move up to right? So it's just gonna kind of pass that on, and then it's gonna move right to left. So the idea is this is just gonna pass value to here. This is gonna handle getting this and passing it down. And then once it's done, it's gonna pass a value. It's gonna start the stack again at 0, pass a value back over here, which will then pass along to here, right? Because after the, let's just kind of finish this loop. It's just going to move right, up, and move down, right. It's just going to move a value into here, which will then, just be accepted and everything's all fine. So now we just have to worry about this. So this is going to end up getting a value, and it's going to tell it to trigger. And so we're going to need to do move left to nil. That's going to be the trigger, is that it's going to get a value. Then I'm going to create a label called val, or like, let's do st, just to be like start, because we're going to kind of loop through this part. And here it's going to move up to ACC, J and Z to NZ. So if it gets a 0, then now we know that it's the end of the stack, and that last value we got isn't part of the stack. Oh, and by the way, this should just be move up, down. And so this is just going to move 0 left to tell it, the left one, that it's done. And J and P end, which we'll have to put end later. But here, if it's a value that's not 0, then we're going to move ACC down and just jump to NZ or ST, which will be back up at the start. And here we can have end, which is just going to be the end of it. I think this is pretty much it. So let's go ahead and try this out. Okay, we got some errors. Okay, so it looks like it wants me to send back 0 terminated strings. Okay, I can do that. I just need to move 0 down here. Okay, well, we're obviously causing an issue. Oh, I know why. Because remember, you also need to move 0 up, put it back in the stack. No? Because BAK is 0 again here. So when we jump to NZ, we need to SWP again. No. But we do need to do that. Like, I do want to swap like that. Oh, because okay. So get rid of this swap. Now it looks like it's working. Alright. That was pretty cool. This is one of the ones that's more fun to watch run anyways. So, not horrible. Definitely in the group, not near the best with the cycle counts, node counts. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way to not have to do this side loop thing that I did to reset it. But that's what I went with. And my instruction counts are slightly higher, but not the best answer, but not horrible. Like I said, I know there's going to be obviously a more common way to just use 4, but that's just the mechanism I came up with. All right, so that's going to be it for this one. Hope that helped you guys out. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.